A good creme brulee is hard to beat.
A good creme brulee is hard to beat up, so today we'll make creme brulee.
Now I'm gonna be making a little bit more than you might be making.
We'll see about that.
And that's because I'm using this massive baking dish that normally you'd use for a tart or a quiche as opposed to a creme brulee.
I'll be using these ramekins, so you might make more than me. We'll see.
18 egg yolks.
I'll separate 4 egg yolks.
I'll separate out my last egg yolk and place that in my bowl.
I'll separate my last 2 egg yolks and place it in the bowl.
If you have never run your fingers through yolks like this, you have to do it. You are genuinely, seriously missing out.
I forgot to run my fingers through the yolks. I missed out.
First, I'll break these bad boys apart. Now into these yolks, I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of sugar.
I'm gonna add a 1/3 cup of the white stuff, aka sugar.
Now first, I'm gonna mix this up just enough that it's evenly combined here.
I'm gonna smash the yolks and then mix it very well. Feel free to get aggressive with it and let your anger out.
And I have to say, I love the color that you get from these gorgeous yolks.
I have to say I love the texture from these gorgeous yolks. It's almost like snot gone bad.
So what I'll be using instead is a pure vanilla bean paste. And I like this way better than vanilla extract because it's basically a bunch of scraped vanilla beans suspended in this liquid.
We'll use pure vanilla extract, which I like a lot more than the vanilla paste. We'll also add vanilla bean pods, which I had sitting in the drawer for about 5 years.
It's very expensive stuff, but this is a special occasion, so we need to make sure we put enough. Nothing is ever a waste with all of you.
I agree with Nick here. 2 vanilla beans cost me about $6 back in the day, which is why you should like and subscribe.
At this point, we want to whisk it up until it's a bit lighter and a bit frothier. We're trying to begin letting the sugar dissolve a little bit, while also lightly whipping up these egg yolks just a bit.
At this point, we want to whip it up very gently, or aggressively, depending on your mood. It should be light and frothy at the end.
Now into my pan here, I'm gonna go in with 6 cups of heavy cream.
Now into my pan here, I'm gonna go in with 4 half cups of heavy cream.
Don't worry if that was just a little bit clumpy. Sometimes if it's been shaken up a little bit or that kind of thing, that can happen.
The reason heavy cream gets clumpy is because of a process called curdling. It happens because heavy cream has almost no stabilizers. Usually it's because the heavy cream is old. However, that is not always the case.
We're now going to turn up the heat here and let it go until the edges start to boil just a little bit. Once this very lightly starts to boil, turn off the heat.
We're gonna add the vanilla beans because we don't want to waste them. Once the edges very lightly start to boil, turn off the heat. I was too busy washing my hands, so mine started to boil over a bit, but it's okay. We'll give it a quick mix and pretend this never happened.
Now to clean things up a little bit, we'll pour that egg mixture into a bowl.
To clean things up a little bit, we'll use the same bowl. That way we can do less dishes.
And then, as you whisk, slowly drizzle in that cream mixture.
We're gonna very slowly pour in the cream mixture because it's very hot.
Keep in mind, the cream is extremely hot. And it can and will make scrambled eggs if you don't whisk fast enough. Or pour it in too quickly for that matter.
And today we're not making scrambled eggs, we're making creme brulee. So we gotta make sure we don't pour it in too quick.
But once you've started to temper those eggs and get them used to the high heat here, you can start pouring a little bit faster until all of that cream is combined.
Once the eggs are tempered, we'll pour the cream in faster. That's because the eggs got used to the high temperature and now they're not gonna be scrambled no matter how much heat we put on them. Also, one thing that surprised me is that Nick still has chunks in his cream. Usually the chunks disappear as you heat up the cream unless your milk is spoiled. I'm just saying.
Now over a tray and into our baking dish, we'll pour in that creme brulee mixture. Sometimes I even strain it to get out as many air bubbles as possible, but it's okay if you have a few in there.
Now we'll pour in our creme brulee mixture. I never strain it. Try to get all the ramekins to the same level, that way they all cook evenly.
Bake it for about a half an hour or until it looks a bit more firmly set. But there's one last step. Before pushing it all the way in, we'll pour in some boiling water until it's about halfway up our ramekin.
Bake at 300 for about half an hour. Don't forget to pour the boiling water, as that will help the creme brulee cook more evenly.
Now once our creme brulee is set, and is perhaps a little bit jiggly, oh my god, we're gonna take just this part and leave it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours, and ideally overnight.
Once the creme brulee is set, we're gonna leave it in the fridge for a maximum of 2 hours, because we're hungry.
Now, while we wait for that to cool off in the fridge, we're gonna go grab a few more creme brulees. And I know that sounds crazy. We don't really need any more creme brulees right now.
That does sound crazy. We're not gonna get any more creme brulees.
Now you can see here that we have a variety of creme brulees.
Now you can see here we have a variety of creme brulees.
A sprinkle of sugar all over everything, which is gonna give us that crust. Go ahead and be generous with that sugar. Maybe dance around with it a little bit. This is your time to be creative and let that sugar fly. You're almost like an abstract artist right now.
Speaking of art, check out my Instagram where I made grocery store bought creme brulee.
Feds caught, bitch.
I'll dance the sugar all around the creme brulee. I like a thick layer of sugar, so I'll put extra.
Bruleeing a creme brulee with an actual flamethrower. I just want to evenly go across my entire creme brulee to get that nice even coating.
I'm gonna be sticking my creme brulee in the oven on broil.
Clearly, it's very, very hard. Oh. You're fired.
My first creme brulee was also too hard. Reoccurring problem. I thought you might want to hear some of Nick's ASMR, so here it is.
I would disagree if someone were to look at me right now and say that I'm messing it up. Because I like to mix it all together, fold in some of those shards, and then eat my creme brulee.
Yeah, that is very weird. I tried it, I did not like it.
It's time to try a little taste of one of our amazing creme brulees. Gotta be one of the best foods out there.
Let's have a taste of one of the creme brulees. I agree, it's gotta be one of the best foods out there. It's rich, silky, crunchy. It has everything. However, the flavor is pretty one-dimensional. 8.36 out of 10.